And when I did that, most people didn't really get me as much as they did when I come to America.
Courtney Hadwin has finally shared with the world. Courtney Hadwin's early life and rise to fame. That it's often said that people only get acquainted with you once you become successful. That was exactly the kind of situation Courtney Hadwin found herself long before the world knew her name. Before that unforgettable moment on The Voice Kids UK that left audiences shocked. Courtney Hadwin was just a shy, misunderstood girl trapped in a small English town, a place where nobody knew her. And the worst part is that nobody wanted to be associated with her. Many believe that she was different from the normal kids in the neighborhood. But how did Courtney break the limitations? How did the quiet girl from Hesse end becoming a global sensation and one of the most talked about young performers of her generation? Stay with us, because what we're about to reveal might just change everything you thought you knew about Courtney Hadwin. Courtney was born and raised in Hesseton, a peaceful little village in County Durham, England. Childhood there was slow and simple. Everyone knew each other. She lived with her mom and dad, Anne-Marie and Paul Hadwin, and her younger siblings, Paul Jr. and Melissa. They were a close family. Her parents always supported their kids and wanted them to explore their talents. Her mother's maiden name was Story, and her grandfather was Tom Story. But Tom wasn't just any grandfather. In fact, he's one of the key reasons we know the name Courtney Hadwin today. You see, from a young age, Courtney showed signs of loving music. She first went to Hesseton Primary School, where she did stand out at first, but deep down, something was growing, a passion for singing. Later, Hadwin's parents moved her to the academy at Shot 10 Hall in Peterlee. While she studied there, she also trained outside of school. This shift made Courtney join local music and drama schools like Shot 10 Hall Theatre School, Peanuts Master Classes, and the Kate Sears School of Music. Eventually, Courtney Hadwin worked with Coach Julie Miles at Vocal Ovation, where her voice got stronger and more controlled. Her dream of singing seriously started when she watched a video of Connie Talbot, a young girl who was a finalist on Britain's Got Talent. Something about Connie's sweet voice and stage presence lit a fire inside Courtney. From that moment on, she knew this was what she wanted to do for the rest of her life. But dreams do not come true unless you put in work. Courtney knew that talent alone wasn't enough. She needed training, and that training would cost money. So even as a young girl, she began singing on street corners and in public spaces to earn money for her lessons and travel. Her grandfather, Tom, said Courtney had been singing on the streets since she was only 12. She traveled to different towns, stood on sidewalks or outside shops, and sang for whoever passed by. The money she earned street singing went into her music alone. Sometimes Adon paid for gas just so she could get to her next performance spot. Most people appreciated her voice and stopped to listen. Some shop owners even welcomed her outside their businesses. But not everyone was kind. Other street performers got jealous because she attracted big crowds. They didn't like the attention she was getting. And that was when things started to take a different turn. Stay tuned. In 2016, when Courtney was just 11 years old, she sang Say Something at a school open mic event. Nobody expected much from the quiet girl. But the moment she opened her mouth, the room went silent. Her voice shocked everyone. Someone filmed it and posted it on the school's Facebook page. Overnight, she became popular. Kids who once ignored her now wanted to talk to her. Teachers were amazed. Courtney felt overwhelmed, but happy. Finally, people were starting to see her for who she really was. Despite being quiet in real life, Courtney for the first time performed live on stage. Her grandfather said she was a different person with a microphone in her hand. Courtney Hadwin also confirmed that statement by saying that she found it easier to sing than to talk. Singing helped her express feelings she couldn't sigh out loud. However, her first singing success competition came in April 2015. She joined Teen Star in Newcastle and sang Bob Dylan's Make You Feel My Love. Even though she was young and new to performing, she made it to the grand final. Although she did not win, that moment gave her the confidence to keep going. In 2016, Courtney won Hot Lapol's Performer of the Year and became a finalist at the Beyond the Lights Awards. It was a clear sign that Courtney was improving rapidly and her progress helped her gain fans along the way. In July 2017, Courtney performed at South Tyneside Festival, opening for the famous group Sister Sledge in front of over 18,000 people. It was the biggest crowd she had ever seen, but she did not let her nerves stop her. In January 2018, Courtney sang again, but this time she sang to raise money for children with serious health problems. Courtney's big break came when she appeared on a major UK show, The Voice Kids UK. For her audition, she sang Tina Turner's Nutbush City Limits. Her dancing and energy wowed the judges, especially the well-known artist will.i.am, who even asked her to perform again just to see her moves. She joined Team Danny led by Danny Jones from the band McFly. In the later rounds, she performed songs like Dancing in the Street, I Got You, I Feel Good, and Andy A. I'm Telling You I'm Not Going. Although she didn't win the competition making it to the finals, her performances left a lasting impression. But success came with a price. After the Voice Kids, Courtney Hadwin faced bullying at school. Some classmates became jealous. They laughed at the way she sang and said she sounded like a boy. The attention made her a target. Although ethered, Courtney didn't give up. She stayed focused, hoping those same people would someday watch her rise. When a controversy was time to take her talent to the next level, many expected Courtney to audition for Britain's Got Talent. But she had a different dream. Most of her musical heroes were American. So she set their eyes on a bigger stage. America Got Talent. Her family stood by her, confident that American audiences would connect with her in a deeper way. But this bold move raised a series of controversies and rumors. Curious about what really happened? Keep watching. American Got Talent controversies. Courtney Hadwin's first moment on the America's Got Talent stage wasn't just unforgettable. It was mind-blowing. At first, she approached the event in her usual nervous and quiet way. She barely spoke above a whisper during her introduction, and her shy nature made the audience wonder if she was ready for a big stage like that. But as soon as the music began, everything about her changed. It was like a switch had flipped. The person people had seen just moments ago seemed shy and unsure. Bha, as soon as she started singing, it was like a completely different person had stepped onto the stage. Her voice came a global sensation out, full of power and precision, like it didn't belong to a teenager at all. She sounded like she had been performing for decades. And the way she moved, wild, free, and full of energy. She was not trying to copy anyone. She didn't need to. In fact, people could tell that what she was doing came straight from the heart. The crowd loved her. The judges praised her again and again. Even well-known celebrities started talking about her online. Courtney had something special, something you can't teach. She had stage presence, guts, and a real connection to her music. Some said that you do not just hear Courtney sing. You felt it. But as more people started paying attention to her, they also started asking questions. Some fans began looking into her past. And soon they discovered something that raised a lot of debate. It turned out Courtney had already been on another big Talent's How the Voice Kids UK, and this happened just a year before her America's Got Talent performance. In that show she had made it to the final rounds and gained some attention, especially in the UK. When this came out, not everyone was happy. Some viewers felt let down. Some people thought America's Got Talent was meant for new talent, people who do not have a chance to be on TV. So, since Courtney had been on The Voice Kids UK, they felt she had an unfair advantage. Many thought getting the golden buzzer wasn't fair in her case. Soon, people started sharing their opinions online, and a lot of them were disappointed. The backlash didn't stop with a few tweets, blogs, forums, and even news articles started responsive, focusing more on her past than her talent. Some people accused the show of being dishonest. Others said Courtney shouldn't have been allowed to compete. A few even claimed her success was faker, or that she was trying to trick the audience. But what a lot of those critics missed is that The Voice Kids and America's Got Talent are completely different shows with totally different audiences. Courtney didn't win The Voice Kids, and she was not famous when she came to the US. Most Americans had never even heard of her. For her, American Got Talent wasn't a repeat. It was a fresh start, a second chance to be seen and understood. And really, she earned her place there with her performances. It was clear from her performance that she was not just chasing attention. She was putting her heart and soul into every song. Still, the criticism continued Taurus. Even as she continued to shock audiences on stage, people were still talking about the controversy instead of focusing on the emotion in her voice or the fire in her performances. They kept bringing up her past. It was as if people forgot how brave she had been to on that stage and give her everything. After the show, many people expected Courtney to speak up and clear the rumors, but she stayed silent until now. So, what did she finally say? Let's find out. Courtney Had response to the controversy. Courtney is not one known to talk too much, but when she was asked about her experience on the show, she simply called it amazing and unforgettable. She didn't bring up the backlash. She didn't defend herself with long speeches or try to explain why she deserved the golden buzzer. She did not blame the producers or complain about how people treated her. In fact, her response was the opposite of dramatic. Was grounded, kind, and focused on the music. Courtney explained that she felt the stage was the one place she could truly be herself, and America Got Talent gave her the freedom to perform the way she wanted without being confined to someone else's idea of what a young singer should sound like. That her was the real win. Not the trophy freedom or the $1 million, but the chance to be seen and heard exactly as she was. When interviewers brought up her previous experience on The Voice Kids UK, Courtney did not dodge the question. She admitted that yes, she had done another show before, but America Got Talent was different, bigger, bolder, more real. And this time she had the freedom to do things her own way. There was no scripted image, no tight rules, just her, the band, and a crowd. SH didn't act like a victim of online hate. She also didn't brag. Instead, she kept her focus on what mattered, her music, her growth, and the dreams she still wanted to chase.